Over the years of the internet and social media in general really taking the reins and being a driving force behind our society in general, to no surprise we have seen countless people make names for themselves. Some are in the spotlight for their 15 minutes and then that's all they get. Others find ways to stay relevant and to this day are now a household name. Today on InformOverload we're counting down the top 10 people that went viral without trying. Now I'm not sure your definition of trying. I mean, if someone makes content every day then they're kind of trying to go viral or at least make it as a content creator. Everyone on this list at one point was just a regular person doing their job, living their day-to-day lives, or just dealing with their own, issues or whatever people deal with, humans nowadays. And then something happened, which changed their lives forever. Make sure you guys smash that like button and let's get into it. Starting us off at number 10, Bad Baby. Call her the Cash Me Outside girl or maybe Danielle Bregoli. She got her start on Dr. Phil after simply getting into a bit of a one-sided altercation with the entire audience. I'm sure you guys have all seen the clip by now where a young Danielle, who I believe was only 14 at the time, maybe 13, reacts to the audience laughing at her. Simply by implying she liked to meet everyone outside to settle things physically, she uttered out the words, "Catch me outside, how about that?" In which she meant to say, "Catch me outside, how about that?" But given the way she spoke at the time, well, you know the end result. Danielle, now better known as Bad Baby, would end up going insanely viral and has since gone on to launch a very successful rap career, becoming the youngest woman ever to be featured on the Billboard charts at just 17. She has since gone on numerous tours, launched a makeup brand, has collaborated with some of the biggest names in the hip-hop industry, and she's really showing no signs of slowing down. Love her or hate her, it seems Danielle is now here to stay for good. Number 9, Tessica Brown, or Gorilla Glue Girl. One of the more recent cases on our list here today, Tessica went viral after admitting her hair had been glued to her head for over a month. Taking a TikTok, Tessica explained that although she normally uses Got2b glue for her hair, she was out and decided instead to try Gorilla Glue. I mean, they're both glue, right? Can't be that different. Turns out, they can be. And they were. However, there's a massive silver lining to this one because, as you likely know, Tessica was able to get a free surgery to remove the glue and hair from her head. It also led to her absolutely blowing up online, currently sitting at over 770,000 followers on Instagram and 1.2 million on TikTok. Aside from this, she's gotten brand deals and is a certified, verified influencer. There was a scare as Tessica also found out she had a lump in each of her breasts, but fortunately they were non-cancerous and it seems this whole Gorilla Glue fiasco led to her learning about said lumps. Again, it also turned her into a celebrity of sorts and we'll just have to wait and see if she can take advantage of her newfound fame. Happy to hear she's healthy and hopefully she'll be primed for an incredible 2021 and known for other things rather than being the Gorilla Glue girl. On to number 8, the Selfie Kid. Real name Ryan McKenna, well attending Super Bowl 52, which off the top of my head actually, I'm trying to think about who won that game. I know the Patriots lost to a team with green in their logo. It's like a bird or something. I can't, oh yeah. It was the Philadelphia Eagles that won the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go! Now back to Selfie Kid. While Justin Timberlake was performing at the halftime show, he made his way into the crowd and started dancing and singing. As he made his way toward McKenna, the 7th grader at the time stopped recording the performance and flipped his phone's camera in hopes of getting a selfie. Well, mission accomplished. As Justin put his arm around Ryan, the two snapped a pic, and the next thing Ryan knew, he was a viral meme and sensation of sorts. Being dubbed Selfie Kid, he would end up on numerous talk shows including Good Morning America and Ellen. Now checking out his Instagram account, the kid has over 330,000 followers and selfies with everyone from Jake and Logan Paul to Lil Uzi Vert, Billie Eilish, Steve Aoki. I mean, just check out his page. It's wild. He's made a career out of this. Then again, most influencers make careers out of selfies, so it's really not so crazy to think about. Number 7, Alex from Target. Now you guys may or may not remember Alex from Target or even know who he is. He's one of the first viral sensations from way back in the day. Long story short, Alex from Target was simply just a kid working the cash register at Target, and a customer found him very attractive. She took a somewhat creepy photo of him without his knowledge, and not long after, the photo would go viral and Alex from Target, real name Alex Lee, would become an internet sensation. He would also end up making an appearance on The Ellen Show, as a lot of people on this list tend to. Although it seems his 15 minutes of fame somewhat came and went, it seems he just really didn't want to be famous. At the time, Vine was the big thing and Alex was hanging out with some of Vine's biggest names. He just felt out of place. After a falling out with an old business manager, he made a new YouTube account and then would delete his Instagram account until rebranding as a fitness account, which he appears to be somewhat active on. So here's to wishing Alex all the best. Jeremy Meeks. After having his mugshot go viral, Meeks would be named the Hot Felon, and it seems from that point on, his life has just been full of modeling gigs, brand deals, movies, and a huge online following, currently sitting at 1.6 million on Instagram alone. Now I will say it's absolutely incredible that Meeks was able to turn his life around, going from spending years in prison for various crimes to where he's at now. That being said, it was kind of unsettling that a lot of people were fully ignoring the fact that this man was still a convicted felon. I mean, it was literally almost the total opposite of cancel culture, where those online were fully ignoring this man's past regardless of how awful it was, simply because he was attractive. Crazy how the times have changed, folks. That being said, it seems Meeks has genuinely turned a new page and has really taken advantage of the opportunity presented to him. And as you guys know, I'm all for one changing for the better. And given that he served his time and paid his dues, I'm wishing nothing but all the success for Meeks, who has a film coming out soon as well. Halfway out, number 5, Antoine Dodson. Dodson actually went viral after speaking to the local news of an attempted home invasion in which a man tried to force himself upon Dodson's sister. We're going back to 2010 when Dodson appeared on the local news and simply was his authentic self. Well, that was that. Speaking on the incident, Dodson would simply say directly to the camera, "Hide your kids, hide your wife, they're snatching everybody out here, hide your husbands too." Now that was slightly paraphrased as he said a few words I can't because of YouTube's phenomenal policies, but you guys get the gist. Following the interview, which would go viral, a handful of people all over the world would turn his words into a song. Numerous remixes were created, with one even reaching the Billboard Hot 100 charts, making it to number 89, which, I mean, the fact that it was a news interview turned into a song is insane. And then it went on the Billboard charts, like, we're living in a simulation. Dodson would also end up appearing on numerous talk shows and a few movies. Marley Estevez, one of the more recent to go viral as well, finding her newfound fame as recently as this year. Estevez is an incredibly muscular 14-year-old who went viral on TikTok, well, for her muscles. She's actually a gymnast, but it seems she shot to fame simply for her muscles. More specifically, the duet or stitch videos people have been making on TikTok, in which they're somewhat poking fun and over-exaggerating how strong Marley is. It's to the point where it's genuinely laughable how over the top these videos got. That being said, at first I thought this is incredibly wrong, because people are making videos pretty much making fun of a 14-year-old girl, and that's messed up. Yet it seems Estevez thought the videos were funny and even responded to a few of them herself. This kinda gave the okay for everyone else to find humor in it, I guess, or at least admit that they did, knowing it wasn't hurting Marley in any way. And now with her newfound fame, well, as we know, the sky's the limit. At number 3, Mason Ramsay. You may know him as the yodeling kid who went from standing in a Walmart, performing for really anyone willing to listen, to performing on stage at Coachella. I swear the internet and this generation, or this time in life, will never cease to amaze me. Truly astonishing how quite literally overnight someone's life can change like that. After being dubbed the Walmart yodeling kid, Ramsay would go on to perform with some of the biggest names in country music, as well as gracing the stage of Coachella, performing in front of tens of thousands, potentially even hundreds of thousands live. Ramsay has gone on to release a few EPs, with one of his songs even reaching 4th overall on the country Billboard charts. Number 2, we got Salt Bae, just a chef who had a very specific signature way of seasoning and cutting the meats he prepared for clients. Real name Nursit Gochi, and let me say guys, I am honestly genuinely so sorry if I butchered his name completely. No pun intended there either, because he is a butcher. But I looked up how to say it and genuinely couldn't find anyone referring to him as anything other than Salt Bae, and when they did, I'll be honest, the results seem to vary. Either way, Salt Bae is a Turkish butcher who was being filmed preparing some incredible meats, and after the restaurant he worked at posted their clip to Twitter, it would go viral. Salt Bae has now gone on to cook for nearly every celebrity you could think of, and has opened numerous restaurants worldwide. Number 1, Backpack Kid. Real name Russell Horning, but known to most as Backpack Kid. It seems a shout out from Rihanna and a performance on Saturday Night Live is all it took for Backpack Kid, or at least his signature dance, to become a part of internet history. For whatever reason, Horning would make dance videos while wearing a backpack and keeping a very straight face. Somehow Rihanna caught wind of this, reposted to her Instagram shouting him out, and he woke up to tens of thousands of new followers. This of course would lead to Katy Perry eventually taking notice, inviting him to be a part of her music video Swish Swish, in which he flosses, as well as an appearance on Saturday Night Live, in which he performed beside Katy, flossing while she sang. And there you guys have it for the top 10 people that went viral without trying. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one down below. For now, let's plot some comments from the video. The real reason Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left the royal family. Deborah McLaughlin said, "There's a royal side, Harry and Meghan's side, and the truth. I am waiting for the truth to come out." Yeah, I think that's very important. I think it's incredibly important for us to understand. Like, for a while, we thought Meghan made Kate cry. And now we're finding out that Kate made Meghan cry. The media is the one pushing this narrative. Like, the British media is kind of telling us what to think. And then we hear it from Meghan's side. Like, they say, you know, there's his side, her side, and the truth. Like, I think we need to listen to everything and then kind of come to a conclusion based on what we hear. Because I'm hearing stuff that apparently Meghan treated people in the royal, like, staff horribly or something like that, but I don't know what to take as truth anymore. I genuinely don't know. Lotus Blooms Twice said, "I thought after Princess Diana's death, the family and the press would learn their lesson." That was actually a very good point. I think, yeah, like they say, history repeats itself, unfortunately, and like, this is a prime example. They are literally driving someone to the point of almost, you know, ending their life. Like, it's pretty disgusting, to be honest. NATO Girl said, "We know the struggles Meghan was dealing with as well," quoting me. "No, we only know what she claims she struggled with," struggled being in quotations, "while living every little girl's dream. Narcissist much." I think that's a bit of a, like, look, I understand, I mean, I don't understand, but from what I understand, it seems like you know, either people fully trust what Megan's saying or completely are disregarding it and don't believe it at all. And it's like, I think like, regardless, you can't tell somebody how they felt. Like, she felt how she felt, regardless of how much money you have, fame. You know, there's tons of people that have actually taken their lives and they've been successful and rich and famous. Like, I think that's just, you know, with all due respect, I don't think that's an indication of anything of how someone's feeling on the inside. So with all due respect, I just disagree with your comment. That's all for this one, guys. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. We'll see you guys soon.